Hi everyone, welcome back to Coach Speak. I am Joe Higgins. With me is Nelsonville-York head varsity football coach Rusty Richards. Coach, another week of going 1-0. I learned.
Yep, yeah, 1-0 each week.
This time over Meigs, and the sixth time that you've done it this season. What are your thoughts on the team at this point of the season?
You know, again, we had our little goals each week of going 1-0. And, you know, motto, you just want to keep getting better throughout the season. That's no matter what sport you're coaching. And, you know, I feel like in some areas we are, in some areas we're sort of at a, standstill kind of thing. So too many holding penalties. It's something we got to clean up. It's going to cost us when we get in a tight ball game. I mean, I don't know how many yards poor Austin's had called back this year on holding penalties. So we got to learn to, they start to break away, we got to let go. So, very pleased with the defensive effort the other night. But again, just those just small things that we got to get better.
Yeah, during Meigs, you had a few turnovers. Maybe not the best performance on offense, but still put up 25 points. But mistakes that you can learn from with a W. That's better than having to do it with a L.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'd definitely rather win, have an ugly win than an ugly loss, I guess. So,
right.
Just like Austin fumbled the first time, he's just trying to get extra yards. I think that was a 38-yard carry. So like I told him, hey, great effort. Sometimes just take the small wins. Right. Take your 38 yards, step out of bounds. You're trying to go through 4 or 5 of them. Hey, because otherwise we have first and go on the 3-yard line.
Sure.
So that was one. We had a fumble later. Grant dropped the ball. And we had one with same thing with Dakota. He's trying to get extra yards. That's where we got to get that extra hand on there, cover it up. Luckily we fell back on that one. And then we had an interception. So, way too many turnovers. And again, those things are all fixable.
Yeah.
So
what do you tell your team for that message as far as, they're trying to play hard. They're making mistakes at 100 miles per hour, which is what you want as a coach, but you also want to get rid of those mistakes.
Yeah, it's like I said, just, is that extra yard worth it, when it comes to that. The interception, Cam didn't have anybody open. He threw it deep, just missed Levy on that just a little bit. But other than that, he was 8 for 10, so very pleased with his effort. And the other one was a kid come over and made a nice play. Or he's 9 for 10 because Alec literally broke the kid's ankle. I mean, the kid ended up on his face. Levi came from across the field. That's a play where we're sort of like isolating Alec down the middle. He brought his guy over a little too far, and that guy's made a great play by the kid from Meigs. But that's very fixable. Like, hey, keep him on the sidelines. So Levi's a smart kid. He'll learn from that.
Yeah.
Or he goes 9 for 10, and it was an interception. No big deal. So they're playing fast. They're playing hard. It's hard to fault somebody. And same way with the holding penalties. At least we're blocking. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you fault a receiver? Somebody's blocking 6, 7, 8 yards downfield. But just like, we want to try to be perfect as we can. We're never going to get that. We strive for that.
Outside of maybe some of the penalties, your line play seems to still find a way to impact games. Offensively, they're opening a lot of holes for those backs. Yeah. Defensively, they were in their backfield all night, it felt like, against Meigs. Talk about those guys in the trenches.
Offensively, we're going to run the ball first. And even if we wanted to come out and pass, you still got to dominate up front because you got to keep your quarterback, clean. I know we play on turf fields all the time, but you got to keep him upright. So they're doing what we did. We rushed for 260 some yards again the other night. We're right around 300 for the year. We're throwing for a little over 100. So when you average 400 yards offense a night, you're going to put up points. I felt like we left points off the board the other night by turnovers. And defensively, it starts with Caleb Layton. He had another 6 or 7 tackles for loss the other night. 2 of them being sacks, and he pretty much just took the game over. He led us in tackles from the defensive line position. And right now he's currently leading us in tackles. Yeah. And again, defenses are set up for the linebackers to get the tackles. Well, he's getting to them before we can because they can't block him. So, again, we just got to keep him healthy, he's got a high motor, and you talk about playing fast, that kid has no stopping him. We love having him on our side of the field.
Yeah, he seems to have a good read on the snaps, too.
Yes.
He's getting through there pretty quick.
Well, he's just a great kid. He's the first one to sack the quarterback, and he picks him right back up.
Absolutely.
Luckily, he stopped the other night because when he hit the quarterback, and the quarterback, he goes to move him, and he's like, oh.
But he recognized.
So he recognized it. Yeah, he was just trying to be nice and help him up. And, even the Meigs coach sent a shout out. Said, hey, Coach, 73 is a player. He goes, you guys are all class acts. And, he goes, I appreciate him, trying to get him medical attention and not he didn't celebrate over top of him.
Sure.
So Caleb's just playing the game like it's meant to be played, he just plays fast and has a lot of fun doing it.
Coach, your second half adjustments are starting to become kind of something you can hang your hat on for this season. You've only given up, I think, one score in the second half, another game against Meigs where you didn't put up points. What's going on at halftime that's been so effective for you guys?
Well, it's a little bit of everything. Our coaching staff, people, we can get together, we can draw things up on the board, and the kids get it. A lot of times we go to the kids. I go to the Odenthals, I go to the quarterback. Hey, what are you seeing? Yeah. What do you want to do? Don't listen to them every time, because if you go to the receivers, hey, give me the ball, coach. I'm open. I'm always open, But, we go to those kids. Hey, same way with like the linebackers. Hey, what are they doing, And a lot of times they're going to give you some answers, and then we take that and run with it a little bit, But again, we got experienced kids. They've been out there and they've been in the fight, and, we're going to use them. Now, again, that's some freshmen, they're probably just going to take our advice. But, we can go to those kids, just like, Austin. Hey, what do you like? Coach, more outside than inside, or vice versa, or hey, just keep running the lead, So again, a lot of it's just listen to those kids some too, besides the coaching staff.
It certainly seems to be working, Coach. You got homecoming this week with Wellston coming to town. Thoughts of that heading into that matchup?
Biggest thing, homecoming. Same kids. Don't tell the kids same story we got told when we played. There is no homecoming without the football game. So you got to win the game first, So this game means, and then we go have the dance and we have fun, and all the new homecoming themes of asking your friends out, whatever. but again, so we got to win this game first, And again, it's going to be easy for these kids to honestly try to overlook Wellston, but they got a stud tailback into Clarkson kid, and he's making a lot of people miss big plays. But again, our biggest goal this week is we got to get better. We got to clean up the mistakes. We got to clean up the holding penalties. We had a busted coverage the other night. So those small things. And, right now we look like we're probably pretty heavy favorite the next several weeks. But we might not be week 10. So we got to just get better every day. And let's get better for that week 10 matchup that's coming down the road.
Makes sense. Coach Rusty Richards is joining us on the Coach Speak. Best of luck going 1-0 this week.
Yes, thank you.
Has your provider network changed? Are you new to Medicare? Have questions? We have answers. Remember, our meeting together is free of charge. The insurance company pays me, not you.
Give David Loge a call today, 753-3376.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. Visit tricounty.cc today. Welcome back to Coach Speak. I'm Joe Higgins, and with me is Coach Wayne Dicken of the Nelsonville-York volleyball team. Let's see here, Coach. Tough one at Alexander last week, and you kept us all on edge against Vinton County. It looked like you were going through it a little bit.
Absolutely. Kept me on edge.
So take us through those two contests.
Yeah, Alexander, it was a tough one. Alexander's a very good volleyball team. We felt like we played pretty well, though. We, the second set really got away from us. We lost 27-25. We thought we really could have taken that second set. And if you take a set in volleyball, momentum's huge. So we thought, if we could have taken that second set, we probably could have had some momentum moving forward. Not sure if that would have calculated into a win for us, but we were a little upset that one got away from us, but we weren't disappointed with how we played. The effort was there, the energy was there. We just got beat by a really good volleyball team. Thursday night against Vinton County, a much improved volleyball team, Vinton County.
Yes.
I mean, they actually upset Alexander earlier last week,
yep.
And we knew we were going to have our work cut out for us on their home floor. So we came out with, once again, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. Took those first two sets, very close first two sets. I think the second one was 26-24. We had to come from behind. We were losing 24-20. Came back and won 26-24.
Even the first game, I think you were down 9-1.
We did. We started off, once we started rolling, we were fine. But, we did start off flat. You're right. But then the second set, we were able to hopefully come from behind again, 26-24. Third and fourth sets really got away from us. Vinton County came out, they really blocked the ball well, and had several blocks on us. We just couldn't find any holes in their defense, and they gained all the momentum from those third and fourth sets. So sat them down between the fourth and fifth sets, and told them, we just need to kind of forget what happened the last two, and come out in the game to 15, and luckily we were able to come out on top and take the win at Vinton County.
Well, it was fun to watch, but at the same time, there was a lot of anxious fans on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
Against Vinton County there. I want to talk quickly about your freshman Lanning. We've seen that you have getting a lot more playing time here. What's been her development this season that's got you the confidence to play her more?
Well, it's actually her confidence that's gotten her more playing time. Kinsley's the type of player that, never panics when she's on the floor. She's not perfect, and she'll be the first to tell you that. None of our girls are. Volleyball's not a perfect sport.
Right.
But, the mistakes she will make, she gets together with her team. She doesn't lose her composure, which is big for a freshman out there. Especially coming in later in the season, really seeing her self-develop into our rotation. But just her confidence in general has really got the attention from our coaching staff. We're really happy with how she's progressed this season. She was the libero down on the JV team for the first half of the season. And I had to break the unfortunate news to our JV coach, Madison Booth. I said, I'm going to take her from you.
That's
and she said, life of a JV coach. She understands that. Yep. So Kinsley's going to be playing with us full-time now, and we're really excited to see where her future continues to progress towards.
I mean, you take a deep team and make it even deeper.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good weapon to have as you get ready for postseason.
Absolutely.
Sure. You're winding down. You got 4 games left. You got 3 this week. Let's start with Athens at home Tuesday. Tomorrow, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah, Athens, we lost to them in 5 sets on their home floor earlier this season. We're hoping to get them on our home floor this time. We had Bailey Tomlin last time we played them, so that was a big threat on the outside for her. But Kat Dixon's really came up for us on the outside now, and Caitlin Alvis has stepped up. And we have some other girls that have been mixing in with our rotation that I feel like we're a confident bunch heading into the Athens game tomorrow night. Once again, another very good volleyball team, well coached, with a lot of really solid leadership on that team. But, I think in our front of our home fans, we're excited for the opportunity to kind of pay them back, hopefully, and maybe we can take them down.
Another league game on the road at Meigs Thursday.
Yeah, Meigs took them in 3 on our home floor, but they actually upset Vinton County, not Athens, Vinton County the night before we played them. So in 5 sets at Vinton County. So a much improved volleyball team. Everybody's getting better heading into the postseason, which is all you can ask for as a coach. So we're going to hope that we continue to progress as a team. Go down to Meigs, not an easy place to play, but hopefully we come out of there with a win.
And then on Saturday, an important game, I say, for the Volley for the Cure. You'll have Trimble here, and you have an all-day event going on. So talk about that event.
Yeah, it's Volley for the Cure. That's our game that we play annually with Trimble for breast cancer awareness, things like that. It's ran by Chicks for a Cure, and we'll have some raffle items and things like that going on through the day. It starts with the 7th grade team. I believe they start at 10 a.m., and then we'll just follow with 8th grade, then JV, and then varsity. Trimble doesn't have a JV2 team, so we weren't able to get all our teams in there. But, we're looking for a good day. It's going to be probably an emotional day for a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of extracurricular things going on outside the floor. But hopefully when, game time starts, we focus on the task at hand. And last time we played Trimble was another 5-set game. We've had a lot of those this year. So hopefully we are able to come out on top of that one also, even if it takes 5 sets. I'm hoping not, but hopefully we come out with a win.
I'll get you out of here on this. Postseason's right around the corner. Have you allowed yourself to think about that at all at this point? Are the girls, or are we just keeping it, what's the next game?
Yeah, as a coach, I've looked a little bit to see who's in our district and who's Division 6 Southeast District, and I really like the way we stack up against a lot of these teams. There's some very talented teams, but I feel like our preseason schedule and our non-league schedule has really, and even our league schedule has really prepared us to face good teams. Playing teams like Warren and Logan and Alexander and Athens. And then in the summer, we played Wheelersburg and New Lexington and Adena. Those teams are all top of their divisions in the state. So, we really tried to set ourselves up for success in the postseason by playing these really good teams throughout the year. So hopefully it pays off when the tournament draw comes around.
All right, Coach. Best of luck this week on these 3 games. We'll check in with you next week. Coach Wayne Dicken of the Nelsonville-York volleyball team.
Appreciate it.
My name's Loge, and I'm owner of Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville, Ohio. If your home is in need of 1, 2, or even up to 12 vinyl replacement windows, Pidcock Glass can help. Please call Pidcock Glass at 740-753-4527.
For over 50 years, locally owned C&J Tax and Financial Services in Nelsonville has been serving the community with hometown care.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.